Hi, good day. I am Mr. Elijah Ebogo. I'm an experienced leader, teacher, HSC professional, a husband, and father. I'm based in Qatar. I am delighted to anchor this webinar, and I'm assuring you that you will learn a lot throughout this webinar. You need to get your writing materials ready because indeed you will learn a lot. You need to write down the goals, your goals for this webinar. Let me tell you, this is a free leadership webinar brought to you by Young Leaders Committee, YLC. And I will introduce to you three special persons, three special people which will take part in this webinar. Two main speakers and you as a special guest. You are very special to us. Let me introduce to you the first main speaker. His name is Tokni Briggs. He's one of the key speakers. He's an engineer that is based in Canada. And then I'll tell you more about him later on, when it's time to welcome him. Then the special person that I'm going to introduce to you is you. I want to welcome you for all those that are here now and those that will still come to join us. Can I ask you to greet someone in the house? Go to the chat box, say something, say hi, good morning, good day, depending on the time interval you are watching this, or you are joining this webinar. Ask someone, is there anyone in the platform that you know, you've known him or her before now? Just say hi to the person. Let's see your reaction, your comments. I want to read it. Thank you very much. Now, I'm appreciating you because you are very special. Thank you for attending this seminar. Indeed, it is worthwhile. Now, I will introduce to you the third key speaker and the main speaker. That is Dr. Kiki Briggs. He is based in Canada, but currently in the UK. Well experienced. He has been a management consultant for 15 years. He has served for 16 good years in the government and retired voluntarily. He served also in the Scripture Union, Nigeria for 20 years and retired voluntarily also. So he has a wealth of experience both in the private sector and in the public sector. Then, after the retirement, he received a vision to go heal Nigeria. Heal Nigeria. That's why he registered a company called Glory Educational and Management Consultancy. Glory Educational and Management Consultancy in the year 2010. Let me call him to introduce the platform we are on for this event today. He will tell you more about the GEM Consult. He will tell you more about the Young Leaders Committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Elijah. And thank you, every one of you, for coming. We are glad that you are here in this very first free leadership webinar. Yes, as Elijah said, I want to give more details about Glory Educational and Management Consultancy. It's a management outfit that is poised to envision people to step into the business space. Whether it's economic business, whatever the nature of your business, maybe legal business, maybe medical clinics, hospitals, and so on. We envision people, help people to catch the vision and get to where they have passion and where they are talented to enter. We are also out to help people draw up business plans. After catching the vision, we'll help you to nurture it in your mind and help you to put it down on paper and assist you to nurture your passion to a great level. Yes, that's what we do. We also sensitize people to grow their businesses. Yes, you're already into business. We still have something we can contribute to your business. And if your business is dwindling, going down, yes, you need us. We will come there and we will diagnose what the challenges are and we'll make appropriate prescriptions that will turn around the fortunes of your business. Yes, if your business is thriving, you still need Gem Consult. Yes, you need Gem Consult. We can help you accelerate the progress, your productivity, increase your productivity, and possibly ensure that your input is reduced without your output going down. Gem Consult is out there for whatever you need. The reason we can go into all this is because our focus in business is operational system facilitation. How to make every system, every operational system to achieve the set goals. How to make every operational system to be efficient, effective, productive, and operate seamlessly. You need Gem Consult. We are qualified and experienced in working with all organizations, whatever the nature of the organization. Gem Consult has various arms. We don't want to bother you with all the arms of this consultancy, but it's necessary we tell you about Young Leaders Committee, because Young Leaders Committee is the subsidiary of Gem Consult that is facilitating this free leadership webinar. It is our leadership arm. It is the leadership arm of Gem Consult. We have various arms, as I told you. We have the management arm, we have the educational arm, we have others. But this one is geared towards leadership, providing leadership. All types of organizations, as I said, need our services. Business outfits of all types and sizes need our services. And we are also there for personal development. Personal development, how to help you as an individual to develop in any area where your passion and skills direct. We are also out to package politicians and their political issues. We are not politicians, but we know how to package plans. Yes, and you can get results as you expect. YLC is also out there for communities and for societies and the leadership in these areas to help them catch the vision and pursue vision and achieve results and grow the society or the community. YLC is also there for homes and families. Yes, we have an arm, we call it Pulse Home, that takes care of homes, marriages, families, and all such things. And so you need Gem Consult, you need Young Leaders Committee.
Have you heard about Gem Consult? It is time I introduce to you the key speaker. Like I told you earlier, he is Dr. Kiki Briggs, as introduced to you. Now he has been working with young people right from when he himself was a teenager. He understands young people and has great passion for young people. He has his children, his biological children, who are grown-ups and they have their own families. So he's a grandfather. His wife and him have over 100 other children, which they are mentoring and discipling. Dr. Kiki Briggs is delighted to meet you today. The services we are rendering in this company, in this organization, are purely, completely civic social responsibility. We are giving back People from the UK are connected here in Qatar, in Canada, all over. We are trying to give back to the society. So it's completely civic social responsibility. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the privilege for the introduction and the privilege to be part of this webinar. It's actually a very great privilege to share and to learn from everyone. This webinar was put up together for two main set of people, those who are above 50 and those who are below 50. You see, this is a generational thing. Leadership is generational, and it's not just about one generation forgetting about the others, everyone working together. A while ago I read something which is very powerful. You have the children have the time, they have the energy, but they don't have the money. Then you have the young adults, they have the energy, they have the money, but they don't have the time because they are working. And then you have the parents. The parents have the time, they have the money, but they don't have the energy. And the nice thing about generations working together is the fact that every generation is bringing something and giving something to make the whole better. And that's why we put this webinar together. This webinar is put together. It's generations coming and working together. So we want those who are above 50 years of age to partner with us as we assist other people. And we want those who are below 50 years of age to work with us in pushing for a change in our country. It's taking everyone coming together, doing what they can to make this change happen. Our speaker, Dr. Kiki Briggs, he is my dad, and by God's grace, I've known him for quite a while. He's a very heavily resourced person. He's not coming here just because of he wants to get something to do, but he's really endowed. He's a great orator, and he has the content. If the oratory speech will not move you, the content definitely is there. He has been a teacher, worked in the public sector, worked in the private sector, owned his own consulting firm as well, and he's bringing that wealth of experience and knowledge into this. He's filled with passion, not just bringing words, but filled with passion and looking for a change. That's why this whole thing is put together. So I can assure you that the nuggets of truth that you're going to receive will be something that can transform your life. It will be something that can take your organization from where it is right now and upscale you to where you need to be. That's why you need to key into YLC, the Young Leadership Committee, because it's here for transformation. That's the purpose.
We want to go into today's business. The primary focus today is to correct a particular impression that seems global. You may have heard people say, youths are leaders of tomorrow. We don't agree with them. We differ somewhat. Our own goal, vision, and passion is to have young people enter into leadership while young. Today, your leadership era begins today. For some of you, you're already late, so hurry up to join. No, you young people can get their best and give their best when they are young, energetic, enterprising, and usually able to launch out for whatever goal they desire to pursue. Why do you want to push them to tomorrow? That's not right. This is the right time. Are you in your 20s? Are you in your 30s? Are you in your 40s? This is your time. And this is your chance. There seems to be a type of dirty game some old people play. And they are the ones who will tell you youths are leaders of tomorrow. Ask them to define tomorrow. And they want to discredit young people and consequently hold on to power. That is the trick. They will magnify your faults. They will sweep their own errors and their own issues, their own challenges, they will sweep them under the carpet and magnify your own and say, young people, you are not ready for leadership. I want to put something across to you today. If you are not qualified to be a leader today, who should be held responsible? It's still the same old people who are saying you are not responsible, you are not matured, you are not fit. It's not true. All you need is to be trained, is to be sharpened, is to be molded. You have much more energy now. If they say you are not fit, then they should be blamed because they ought to have trained you. They ought to have molded your life. They ought to have brought you up to the level. But because they want to hold on to power, they will keep saying, youths are leaders of tomorrow. I don't want you to leave this place to go and fight them, but don't accept that. Tell them, youths are leaders from today. We expect you in your 20s, in your 30s, in your 40s to be in leadership. Then when you are about 60, we expect you to begin to hand over to your children. And when they say youths are leaders of tomorrow, at what age? We are here to encourage you to drop whatever has hindered you from grabbing leadership. I use the word grabbing leadership. And to walk assiduously to any height you dream for yourself and for your country. Yes, history is filled with young people who had great dreams. Dreams for themselves, dreams for their families, dreams for their countries. And many of them achieved a lot. If you have failed before, don't hang failure around your neck and stay away from leadership. Leadership is the ladder to great heights. And do you want to have a good influence in your own environment, in where you are, where you operate? Then brace up. Drop your failures. Failure is past. You failed yesterday does not mean you will fail tomorrow. No. Brace up. Rise up from where you are. And besides, YLC and Gem Consult are here to help you. We are here to nurture you, to coach you. Let me also say this. Go and do a research. Nearly everyone at the top today failed somewhere along the line. Failure is not final. Your failure yesterday is not supposed to define you or to determine your future. You can fail 99 times and the 100th time you make it. With each failure, learn the causes. Learn why you didn't make it. But refuse to allow failure to keep you where you are.
Youth in leadership is something that is a concept that we need to embrace and run with. One of the problems sometimes youth do have when you talk about youth in leadership is the opportunity. Where's the opportunity? How can I put myself in leadership? Leadership demands experience. How do I provide that experience? How do I create that level of trust in people giving me that opportunity to show leadership? But this is what I want to tell you, and I'm going to make this illustration with a life story. The summary of the story is this. You find a problem, go solve it. You're taking leadership. You don't have to wait for the title of leadership. You simply have to be willing to commit yourself to providing solution to a problem. That is leadership. A couple years ago, way before COVID, I was part of a church community, and the church is an established church. It's growing, but in the media space, it was still growing. And trying to change the equipment. If you think about the analog machines that were used, 20 years ago, they were solid machines, but the graphics were not there. And I was in this environment, and I have a passion for the media space. And I just went around, okay, I'm going to try the light here. We're going to try these various camera angles, this position, this and that. It took time. It took years. It took studying. It took me going, looking at, engaging other professionals, reading up online, how to make a good video presentation and stream it and all of that. The cool thing is the fact that a couple years down the line, after all of this, by God's grace, we were able to set up a media space for the church. And it worked out well, because by the time COVID hit and all of that, it was a well-positioned endeavor that was carried out. And that's what leadership is, and that's the challenge I'm trying to throw at us. We don't have to wait until something happens before you take on leadership. And that's what YLC is about. Engaging on 3 levels: the personal level, leading yourself, looking for that place for change, and engaging in that place for change. So we want you to attend as much as you can, so that you can be energized in order to start leading yourself. Because when you do that, that's the very, a man that can lead himself, he can almost lead any other person. So it's that personal level, that personal connection, that personal transformation. That's one of the key focus we are trying to get at in YLC. The next thing that we want to do, the next level we are trying to get at, is the small group levels. Sometimes it's about bringing teams together to solve a problem. You know, someone that's having a particular problem, another friend is having that problem. You can bring these teams together, and that's where you can engage our services. You can engage the learnings from these webinars and subsequent webinars to cause that transformation as change. And we also have the corporate levels. Our webinars go beyond today. And as you sign up, please do sign up, send us an email, drop a chat, do things like that, so that we can connect with you. If you're having organizational issues, we can step in. Our facilitator has a wealth of knowledge. Myself, we also have some knowledge I could share, and we can also bring in other people. We have the International Leadership Committee that we can get resources to help you and you can leverage to take you where you need to be for that next level. So please engage with us. At the personal level, you would see resources, tools, nuggets for that personal transformation. At group levels, you can bring people together to create that change. And at the corporate level, we can work with you and your organization. You can also engage the International Forum for coaching and assistance wherever you need.
We want to look at a topic I titled Young People in Leadership. Young people in leadership. Leadership has been defined by many scholars as influence. That's the simplest definition of leadership. I agree with it. I have a bigger one, but it's not a classroom setting. Maybe later, if the opportunity is there, we'll look at it. But for now, let's take leadership as influence. Leadership as influence. I will come back to it. But let me say this. If leadership is influence, what will it cost you to influence somebody? What does it require to influence people? Why should you influence people? You can influence people. You can influence places positively. But be careful not to be influenced negatively. Be careful not to be influenced negatively. The ladder up can be challenging. While you are making effort to influence people positively, there may be people, there may be policies, there may be principles, there may be practices that can influence you negatively or cause you to deviate from the path you have set for yourself to follow. Be careful about that. Again, we are available. As you continue to attend our webinars, we'll open your eyes and understanding to these games that people play. You may ask yourself, somebody may ask, maybe you are asking yourself, is it leadership they want to talk about? I'm talking about money. I want money to meet pressing need. And I want to say to you, the money will come. Leadership will take you to where you will get the money, because the little money you are hustling for will not be sufficient for you. But when you learn the principles and practices of leadership, and you climb this ladder to an enviable height, you will discover that you have much more of money. But don't place money first. Place impact, influence, and then income will follow. Now, why do we talk about leadership as influence? There is an aspect of it that you need to take note of. It's usually overlooked. Do you know that you can be a leader to yourself? Self-leadership. Do you know that the principles and attributes of good leadership are required for you to walk the paths of life successfully? The little micro business you are doing requires leadership prowess, requires leadership ingenuity for you to get it right. Many businesses have failed because the people who initiated the business, who started the business, who owned the business, did not know these things, did not have these attributes, did not have these qualities. You need to get good and credible leadership qualities. They will land you where steady income will flow in with time. They will take you somewhere. Even your micro business, as I said, will thrive to the extent of your management, your leadership qualities and attributes. Let's go further. Leadership, we said, means influence. If leadership is influence, then all of us can be great leaders. All of us can be great leaders. Simply learn how to influence people, to act in the way that they should act. Envision them. Help them to set goals. Create the driving spirit, the motivating spirit, and get them going. Direct the ways they should go to an extent, and they will be able to go on from there. What does it take to influence people? How may we influence people successfully? These are two questions that if you can answer them correctly, you're on your way to the top. Let me take them again. What does it take to influence people? How may we influence people successfully? If you can answer these two questions correctly, then you can be a good influencer of people. The truth is, you need certain qualities, certain attributes, dispositions, and knowledge for you to be able to lead people. That is why we have floated this free leadership webinar to help you. I want to go on to give you 7 points, 7 things that will determine the strength and the spread of your influence. 7 things that will determine the strength of your influence and the spread or scope of your influence. They will help you lead your way to the top. 7 of them. And in doing that, I would want to bring in the older generation and then place them side by side with the younger generation and leave you to think through certain things which we may not have time to elaborate on. 7 things that can help you influence people successfully. 1, your personality. Your personality will determine who you are able to influence and the extent to which you are able to influence people. But you know what? The older generation are more stable. But the young ones, you are more creative and more adventurous. And then the question is, who will get results faster? Number 2, your perception, the way you perceive things. Your ability to look at things and have clear, correct insight, foresight, and discern things correctly. Train yourself to perceive things rightly. Training can help you. Training can help you. And we are there to help you. Now, but take note, the older generation are better here because of experience. But you know what? You have AI to your advantage, which many of them do not know about. And AI can make you smart and possibly outsmart them. Number 3, your passion and persuasion. Your passion and persuasion. The old have seen so much that they often relax and get cold and scarcely move. And when you meet them, they say, we have seen all of it. You know, experience can both be advantageous and disadvantageous. It has its good points, it has its bad. You know, when somebody has failed so many times, experience will tell you will fail again. But AI can tell you that you can succeed. And we have the advantage of AI. The old have seen so much. But you are adventurous, you are passionate, you want to have experience. That is an advantage you have. Don't kill your passion and don't let anyone kill your passion and your persuasion about anything you want to go into. Number 4, your provision. What are you bringing to the table? What do you have access to? Resources that you can bring, whether mental resources, financial resources, whatever they may be. The old have acquired so much more than you financially. But you can outwit them if you collaborate, if you have synergies, teams. Come together as young people. Learn the secret of wealth transfer. Wealth transfer is a whole lot, but it's simply the wealth in the hand of A. How can I move it legitimately, legally, judiciously from A to B? It's possible. Wealth just moves around. Wealth moves around. And you need to learn the secret. And that's one reason we want you to stay with us in YLC and attend our webinars regularly. Number 5, your position. The old are more highly placed. The old are more highly placed, generally speaking. But it's largely because you run their errands. At the top, they are at the top. You are lower, but you are the one who does most of the work. What do? Continue to help, but negotiate. Negotiate with them. Display amazing skills that will compel them to get you on board. That's the secret. Develop your skills. And as you display amazing skills, they will be compelled to get you on board. And as you get on board, you find yourself doing most of the vital things. And they will only be in the administration. They can be your bosses. But the day you want to pull out, then you will know your influence. You know how much power you have over them. Number 6, your place. Where you are matters. You must learn to conquer your environment. You must learn to master your environment. Understand what goes on in your environment. Understand the key players. Understand how things move. The old may be better known. Yes, they have been there longer than you. But your prowess, your professional expertise can give you an edge over them. That's the secret. Grow yourself, your skill, your talent, your understanding. And then you discover that you can influence your environment. You can rise above your environment. And that makes you a star. Number 7, your perseverance. That is your ability to absorb pressure and shock. This is very important. You must grow it. The old are better here. This is one key place many of you need much help. How to endure hard times, tough situations, and not quit. It's a reason the old look down on young people very many times. But good enough, YLC is here to help you. We can mold you, we can coach you, and get you to be a better version of yourself. Thank you very much for coming.
I know you've learned a lot of things in this webinar. You've listened to Dr. Kiki Briggs. You've listened to Tokini Briggs share their life experiences of what leadership is and what leadership should be. And leadership starts today. So I'm here now to give you a recap, to give you the key points that you need to take home alongside. Maybe you missed 1 or 2 points. It's time to sum it up. Number 1, young people, your leadership era has started. Join the team now. And that is what we are preaching as Young Leaders Committee. That is what we are preaching at Young Leaders Committee, YLC. Join the team now. Leadership is influence. Don't forget that. That's the second lesson you learned. Leadership is influence. You have to take it now and know that you have whatever it takes. You have what it takes to powerfully influence people, to powerfully influence your country, and powerfully influence your community, your company. Just join us to develop them. Join YLC to develop that skill, that treasure that is embedded in you, that potential. Now, number 3 lesson is that leadership is the ladder to greater heights. Leadership is the ladder to greater heights. From where you are to where you want to become. So where you have great income streams, you want great income, that is the ladder to get to great income streams. Refuse to be influenced negatively is another lesson you need to take home. Refuse to be negatively influenced. It will rob you of a greater good. If you are negatively influenced by other people, they will rob you of greater good. It is more valuable than crumbs you get today. Now, again, you need to also remember the 7 P's which were emphasized in this webinar. The 7 P's. You remember them, and then make sure that you apply them. When you apply them one by one, it will be useful to you. Remember, your first P is personality, your perception, your passion, and your persuasion is important. The 4th P is your provision. The 50th P is your position, your place, and then the 7th one is perseverance, your perseverance. Having said all this, I want to use this medium to inform you again that YLC is available to coach you, to mentor you, in you becoming the best leader in your class, in your community, in school, in wherever, in life, whether in your business, in your spirituality, and in leadership. So having attended this webinar, we want to invite you regularly to attend. Bring many people more. Thank you again for coming. I appreciate you. Go to YouTube right now. Go and search for Glow Mandate. Glow Mandate. Glow Mandate. Search for it. Then you see all our YLC tutorials on leadership, different leadership styles, different teachings on leadership. Check our channels. You can send us an email. You can check our website, glowmandate.com. You can join our WhatsApp platform. Just reach out to us one way or the other, and then we'll get back to you. Thank you.